can't stop. You know, I mean, now he will bring a big hindrance. You can bank on that one.
Yeah.
And when he bring a hindrance, all he does, you know that, okay, he's at work.
Yeah.
But you got to remember the master is at work also.
Yes.
Amen?
Yes.
That means that you're doing something right.
Yes.
Come on up there, somebody.
Glory.
Hallelujah.
Glory to God. Thank you.
So I'm going to pick up verse, amen. I'm going to just pick up verse number 1. Luke chapter 5, verse 1. The Bible said, and it came to pass that as the people pressed it upon him,
look out,
to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret and saw 2 ships standing by the lake. 2. Double. I'm telling you, man, God is doing something in these days.
Amen.
But how many know the thing that God's been doing all in the world? The Lord is like, won't y'all catch up?
Come on.
You got to catch up because that train is moving.
Yes. Yeah.
That is like you go out there and purchase a ticket. And those folks who, especially in an airplane, you're supposed to leave out by that. Let's say your flight goes out at 1 o'clock p.m. And what they're going to tell you, they're going to tell you, you get there at 10 o'clock. You get there at 10 o'clock. And you may be wondering, why should I get there at 10 o'clock when my flight goes out at 1 o'clock? No, people meant what they said. Because you're not the only one going into the terminal.
That's right. That's right.
You're not the only one got to go through to have your luggage checked.
You're right.
There's a whole lot of stuff.
Oh,
you can get your tickets very quickly and easy, even online. But when you get into the terminal,
Another story.
get on down there some 12 o'clock. You know what's going to happen?
You're going to miss your plane.
You're going to see that 747. You're going to be in line waiting. You know, you got to check. They got to check you out. And they got to check your luggage out. And you got to make sure that when they look in there, they're going to take stuff out. Like, this is not acceptable. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. And you looking at your watch, man, it's 12:30 now. And it looks like you, and it's like about 10 people ahead of you. And each person looks like it's 20 minutes for one person.
They do what you got to do.
They would strip that thing down.
Yes.
got to have the right
That's why I
size
say,
of
you know,
everything.
See, we got to see the train and the plane is moving,
That's right.
but we got to be on time.
On time.
So when God is doing things, you got to be on time. With all the words, you got to prepare yourself. Glory be to God. So anyway, he said that, my God, he said, and he basically saw 2 ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their nets. And he, referring to Jesus, entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed. Basically, he asked him that he would thrust out a little from the land. What he's saying is, he said, Peter, give me a little push. So the boat can. Because, you know, before all those folks, you know how it is when you at water, you at bay, you can just talk normal and your voice is echoing off the water and stuff. So those people heard him clearly, what he was saying. He didn't have to scream it out. See, if he was on land, see, they can hear him, but someone way in the back couldn't hear him. Right. So he said, just thirst me out. And now, as he just natural talking, people, all 1,000 people way in the back, they heard him clearly, just like the ones in the front. Amen. So it's what said, Peter, first me out.
Yeah.
He said, a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the multitude out of the ship.
Come on now.
Now when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, launch out into the what?
Deep.
Into the deep. And let your nets, let down your nets for a drought. Just want to let your nets down.
Let your nets down.
Come on.
Say, let your nets down.
Let your nets down.
Nets.
Let it down.
Yes.
Man, Peter like, hold on, Jesus. Man, we've been fishing all night long. Let me read it to you. Verse 4 again. Now when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a draught. And Simon answered, saying unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word I will let down the net.
Come on.
You got to know how to cast your nets.
Yes.
You know, Jesus told me, he said, launch out. All the words, go out further.
Yeah.
Imagine how those men felt. I mean, these men was working all night long.
Okay.
This ain't like the deadly catch.
No.
You know, they up on their big old ships and stuff like that, and the you know, they got them pods out down into the water, and mechanical stuff.
Yeah, no.
You know, it comes, it does all the work.
Yeah.
These men had gigantic nets that they had to pull
Yes.
those nets in themselves with a host of others that is on the boat with them.
Yes.
So imagine you know, like, okay, they torn and all of a sudden like, okay, let's pull. Nothing. They go on this side. Bring it in. Nothing. Man, them men's like, we didn't even catch not even a tadpole. I mean, we didn't even get not even not even a sardine.
For a cold though.
I'm telling you, we ain't catch nothing. Now, imagine how tiring that is.
Yes.
You pulling, I mean, these guys out there all night long. Hours and hours and hours and hours. Say, okay, now, I know we got something here now. This is our favorite spot where we've been always catching out the multitude of fishes. Let's pull now.
Pulling the weight of the water.
They like,
Nothing.
oh, man. They get frustrated.
Kind of like the crab thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gets frustrated. But when you're pulling, if they would have pulled slapping in, they would get a hat.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be worried about, you know, let me say this real quick, this came comes to mind. I remember years ago, we went out on the bay, and with my other pastor and stuff years ago, and so we had one of these guys and stuff like that. I thought it was a joke, but it was real when I noticed it was real. And we out there in the bay. I mean, with that real water at, man.
Oh, no.
And where you got them big old,
Oh, God.
them boats look like whales, and you just look like a little sardine and stuff like that. You looking way out there, and them boats still look humongous.
Yeah.
I bet they gonna have binoculars to find us. How small we were. So anyway, we out there in this boat and stuff, and all of a sudden the guy, you know, because we're gonna get the fish and bring the fish back to church. We're gonna have a fish fry. The fella takes the anchor and he throws the anchor in the water without attaching it to the boat. And you know what took place with me. Man, we was all over the place. And the dude said, did you tie that up? He said, no. That man said, I feel like kicking you in the water.
Oh, wow.
So I thought this thing was a joke, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But this thing was real. They paid, you know, to have this boat and stuff like that. And the dude is, I don't know where the guy's name he got this man from. I don't know if he just out there just made a couple of dollars or what, but he threw the whole entire anchor, didn't even, nah, he had a rope, but he never hooked up tight. Threw the whole thing in. Oh man, that little boat was just all over the place. We didn't catch nothing. I don't know how fast that boat was moving.
Wow.
I'm clueless, but the only thing I knew that we tossed out, man, you know, we just fished all that day. I ain't gonna sit put like that. We were throwing the rod in the water. We didn't even get a nibble. If it was, they hit so fast, bam! Because the boat was constantly moving. Man, you talking about frustration that day? Good night. So when it was, when it was all over, the pastor went to where I guess anyway he had to go into D.C. somewhere and to buy a big thing, a big thing to fish, a big the fish are all already inside the box and stuff like that. Ain't that sad? But the thing is that, imagine, it was so frustrating. I mean, myself, I mean, you know, I thought it was a joke, you know. I mean, I'm just out there, you know, like say, okay, give the guys, and that's what we're doing and stuff. But that guy was serious. I'm like, wow. And when that man knew that he was serious, oh.
Can't keep me there.
I'll tell you one thing. I knew the dude had a silver tongue. That whoever this guy was, but he held himself. But he told me, he said, I like to kick you over.
That was a nice version.
He gonna get like suicide. Kick the man over in the water and let the fish go him up. But to get back, it's just like, so imagine Peter and the disciples. You know you got to have James and John, and you know, because they were fishermen as well.
Yeah.
And then they had a host of others out there fishing. Out there fishing. And it might have been just, who knows, let's just say Peter boat and James and John boat. The Bible says it was two boats. But let's just say no matter how many boats was out there, but he really identifying the two.
That's right.
And these guys are so frustrated. You know how it is, you do something and it look like that every time you do it, like, man, over and over, I'm still doing the same thing. Ain't no happening. I've been towing and I've been towing, been working and doing this, doing that. And it seemed like you don't get drained. I know we get super spiritual in the house of God, but you're still gonna get drained. You know what I'm saying? You will get drained. Yeah, so you can have people, you know, be listening and stuff like that. They too spiritual that they never get drained. You keep on towing, and you keep on towing, and you keep on towing, and you know what you're good at because you know God has placed you to do what you do.
Amen.
And you keep on, and you working it, you working it, you working it, you working it. You don't get tired. Those men was professional fishermen,
Yes.
and they got tired. So what? It does not exempt us
No.
of getting tired. Are y'all following what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we got to keep on. Just stay at it.
Yes.
And that's all Jesus was letting them know, you got to stay at it. Jesus knew they was torn all night. He knew that. But he used Peter. He kept on saying, Peter, Simon, Simon.
Yes.
Get pushed out just a little bit, brother. You know, he told Mr. Simon, "Search me out." I'm talking to these folks. And after he finished with them, he said, "Simon, launch out into the deep." Launch out into the deep. Man, Lord, we've been toiling all night long. I understand, Peter. Launch out. Peter, like, imagine you look at those boys. The other guys like, man, I'm ready to go home. We just cleaned up, cleaned our nets, getting the nets in order, and we're going home. Hold on, Jesus. I mean, man, it wasn't if we worked all night.
Yes.
And we down to the last net to wrap up. And these men ready to go home to their family.
Yeah.
Jesus, you got your rest through the night. You were sleeping.
Yeah.
But we worked all night long. But you know what? Nevertheless, it's our word. Come on, fellas, let's do what we have to do. Can I take my time?
Go ahead.
And what did they do? They launched out. Let me read up here. They launched out, the Bible said. I read verse 5. And Simon answered and said unto him, "Master," he said, "we have toiled all the night and have taken nothing." That's frustration right there.
Yeah.
Super.
That is.
This is our occupation. This is our employment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the night that when all the fish is supposed to be really biting. You know how some people they track things like the economy, the stock, and all that.
Yeah.
They know when to put in, when to take out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They follow. They follow. Now, someone like myself, or any, people ain't involved in all that. All the words don't make a difference to you. What else is going on with the stock?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Let's get real.
Yeah.
Because you're not involved in that. But people that is involved in the stock and all that, man, they watching their money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They watching that thing, every moment. Now, they don't have to sit home on computers where now they can walk with right here.
Yeah.
It's a headphone.
Sell. Put it in GE. Put it in Verizon. Put it in Soup Turtle Dove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when things ain't right, when they're not profiting, hey man, you gotta give me some rest. Yeah, man, it's like the stock ain't going right. I'm just trying to bring this into reality where we're at. The thing ain't going right. So imagine just like when we used to look at the deadliest catch. When the deadliest catch came on and stuff, them guys throwing those big old pods out there to catch those big old king crabs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, when that big old storm comes, hitting that big old monster boat, man, that boat is just, it holds its course. But that wind is bam, bam, bam. When all of a sudden, when they pull it in, all of a sudden, this man, them pods come in, them jump aside, yeah! Then all of a sudden they switch to another boat, and all of a sudden they pull theirs in and like maybe about 30 crabs.
If that.
Yeah, and it's like, and then the majority of them like too small or whatever, they had to cast them back.
Yeah.
Them dudes like, man, this don't make sense. We got to meet our quota. I want to get paid.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing little things in there, to help us out. Amen. But like I said, imagine those professional fishermen. Now, all the words, they looking at Jesus. Let's just say they're disciples. Look at Jesus like, you want us to go out again? Man, that dude, we never seen a fishing rod or anything in his hands. Everything that he do is, by miracles. You know what I'm saying? This dude, I mean, he ain't got no, he ain't got his robe is not even wet.
Come on.
Now, he coming out here all smooth.
Yeah. No, it's safe.
Didn't even break a sweat. And now he gonna tell us to push out further. Lord, let's get real. Imagine, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Peter always spoke out a lot, but Peter, you know, I imagine, you know, he had to retain himself also.
Yeah.
Because you know how Jesus had to rebuke him.
Yeah.
So I imagine that rebuke Peter learned along the way. All of a sudden, like, man, Jesus. I imagine his mind. Jesus, like I told you, we've been working all night. What is it you're not getting? Is it not registering? Imagine he said this under his breath. We know that he's not verbally saying this, but you don't know what's going on in people's minds when you are giving them a direction about something. Their mind is in overdrive. Then all of a sudden you say, do you hear what I said? Huh? Oh, yeah, I heard what you said. No, you didn't. Because basically they tuned you out because there was another episode what's going on in the inside of them, they see your mouth moving. They heard what you said the first time, but they have not heard the completeness of it. Because now it's like, what's going on in the inside? But imagine Peter said, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. Let me just, keep it to myself. Let me be humble. Let me submit myself to this man. Jesus, I know you don't know nothing about fishing. I know you're an expert with people. I know if you touch the coffin, people get up. A girl was dead at 12, you touched her and she got up. And a lady had an issue of blood, she touched your garment and she was made whole.
Yes, certainly. Hallelujah.
But fishing? Huh. Okay, nevertheless, it's thy word.
Come on. There it is. That's it right there. There it is.
Nevertheless, we got to move ourselves out the way.
Yes. Come on.
If you spoke it, God,
Yes.
you will perform it.
Amen.
See, that's why I said, what you can't do, the Spirit will do it.
Amen.
He will do it.
Amen.
Because what Peter had done in the natural, the Lord came in the Spirit to speak a right now word in the Spirit.
Amen.
That Peter like, okay, let me do this thing here. Come on, fellas, let's do what the master says.
Go ahead.
And when they had this done, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net breadth, good God from Zion, and they beckoned unto their partners which were in the other ship that they should come and help them, and they came and filled both the ships so that they began to sink. Come on, give God some praise right there. We have to listen when God is speaking. Come on up in there, somebody. My God, because Peter and them could have missed out on their blessing. Come on up in there, somebody. I said they could have missed out on their blessing. Because sometimes when God is speaking, and sometimes we just let it just go right over our head. Just let it go right over. But Peter, you got to get like Peter said, nevertheless, all in word, God, whatever you say, I'm gonna take this flesh and I'm going to bring it into submission unto the spirit of your word. Because what I can say, amen, what God is doing, this like I said, this is a year of double glory. Come on up there, somebody. And the Bible he kept on responding to 2 boats, 2 ships. So I don't know how big those boats were. I ain't do do no type of, study on how big those boats were, but I believe they would put them in.
Yes.
Because see, when God bless you, He not only want to bless you, He want to bless what's in connection with you. Come on up there, somebody. Because the Bible said the ship began to start sinking. That boat was going sideways. All it was, hey, come on over here. Bring that boat over here. My God, I imagine. And then all of a sudden that boat began to like, whoa. Come on up in here, somebody. Oh, glory be to God. And see, this is what God is doing. Amen. We've got to be ready what God is pouring out in these last days. Come on up in there, somebody. Hallelujah. We got to be in expectation. My God, what's expectation? All the way, you got to see it before it happens. Come on up there, somebody. We don't have to sit back and say, oh, now that I'm blessed now. No, you got to be in anticipation. All the way, you got to see yourself what Jesus sees you. And you got to speak the word of God and bring this flesh in submission, because it's going to take the physical man to do the work. Are you heard me saying? But the spirit man is speaking now, and we got to get to a point saying, now it is done. The Bible said, now faith cometh by hearing, and by hearing the word of God. You got to walk in faith what God is pouring out in these last days. Glory be to God. Hallelujah. See, Satan don't like this. I said Satan don't like this. He wants the people of God, amen, to walk under his domain, amen, and where we've been praying for a long time ago, where God said your prayers already been heard. Come on up in here, somebody. We got to tell our angels time to work. All you heard them saying. And while the angels is fighting, you got to do what you have to do. You got to launch out into the deep and allow God to do what he has to do in your life. Hallelujah. Come on up there, somebody. I said, hallelujah, somebody. Glory, glory, glory. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Here we are. Amen. He said, go. Get out there to deep. Don't just stay on shallow ground. Imagine Peter's like, Lord, we hit all the spots. We hit every spot that we didn't come up with. We combed every area of this water. Ain't it something that also Jesus goes to the area, to the site where they clean it up and march to with all the folks. He could have went anywhere. All the folks. That's why I said where it is 2 or 3. Put like this. Where there's 2. Come here, Murray. Where there's 2. You know, when we're in agreement, you can blank everybody out in here. You know what I'm saying? You can blank everybody out. And nobody in those seats at all. But when you know that God has given something to your heart, don't worry about who comes, who goes.
Come on now.
That's right.
Because it's not built around that. It's built around what God has given you. God been walking with us, me and hers too. With the Spirit of God, he's the third person.
Come on.
All in words, the Father is the spoken word.
Yes.
The Son came to demonstrate his love through the Father, the voice. He said, I do it with my Father, but I hear my Father.
Yes.
Third person comes and say, don't you worry about it, I got this.
Right now.
Whatever you lack on, I'll bring it to you.
That's right.
Glory.
So you got to do what you have to do in the Spirit.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Towing all night long.
Man.
Man, we ain't doing that kind of. Hey. Imagine, just go back to the guys that, what they call it, with the big boats I mentioned earlier. What's that name of that show? Deadly Catch. Imagine those guys had to do that by hand. And a lot of them guys can't even get along together.
Got that right.
You get a lot of bullhead guys together.
And they ain't got many of them.
And everybody want to be chief.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's real hard. Shout out to Dodger Brothers.
You know what happened? We don't hit heads.
Oh my God.
You ain't pulling your end. I'm pulling too much over here. If it weren't for you not letting the net go, we would have had a load of fish.
Yes.
Frustration
Yes.
sets in.
Automatic.
Think about that thing. Okay, y'all quiet.
Experience
Frustration sets in.
in the house.
Then what we do? We're not in harmony no more.
No more. Not in harmony.
We ain't in harmony.
Oh God.
We're in disharmony.
That's bad shape.
Mark, pull you in, brother. Right. I'm just out here just helping, just a substitute. I'm just a volunteer. Well, you shouldn't be out here then. Who asked for him to come here anyway? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peter, wasn't you the one that invited him?
Blame him on distractions. It's everybody's fault.
You got to believe God.
Yes.
You got to launch out
Yes.
into the deep.
Yeah, that's all right.
Launch out.
Watch out.
All the words, redo it again.
Go get it. Come on. Start all over.
You may be tired, but my grace is sufficient.
Oh,
Amen.
Jesus. Hallelujah. Yes. Yes.
I'll give you more strength.
Yes.
Lord. Hallelujah.
And imagine when they pulled, my God, that one catch.
Yes.
Good. God from Zion. That's all they need. That's why God said he will rebuke the devourer.
Heart of the devil.
That's why he said, you know, as he's, you know, talking about the tithe and the offering.
Oh, no.
And he said that I will rebuke
Yes.
the devourer
Amen.
for thy name's sake. He said his name big or your name's sake.
His name
Is.
His name is.
He said, for his name's sake, he will rebuke the devourer.
Glory, because it reflects on
And he cannot